All right, here we go. We're looking at exercise number 2, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're introducing today. Exercise number 2 is the 4 pre-drawings. Really in exercise 2, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not teaching you anything. This is the pre-teaching exercise. I'm looking to see what can you do. Where are you at artistically currently so that I can help you get better. All right, the whole point of your art progress, it's in the words, it's your art progress. I'm trying to see what I can do for you to help specifically you get better. Not the kid sitting next to you, not anybody else, but you, all right? And so because of that, I'm not really teaching you anything in this exercise, except I am teaching you something, all right? The one thing that I'm teaching in this exercise is really how to set up your piece of paper. That's really all it is. There is a difference between an artist who's making an artwork they plan on showing to people and somebody just messing around making art. They're two different things. It's just like the difference between me if I'm humming a tune to myself, like, or me at a concert as a musician putting on a show. There's a difference between these things. All right, and I'm going to show you today in this exercise how to present your stuff like you're an artist who's taking themselves seriously. That's really all it is. The crazy thing, ladies and gentlemen, is that you currently are an artist. You are. You're a fantastic artist. I believe in you. All right, and when you start believing in yourself, you're getting better at something. Exercise 2 is really also a lot like putting on a uniform when you're on a team, all right? And by that analogy, I'm just saying that just like somebody who's playing a game, when you're playing a game and you're enjoying yourself playing a game, but you're just messing around, that is a completely different than somebody who's participating in a league and playing a game against other people who are playing a game. This is a big difference, all right? So I'm going to show you how to present yourself like you're somebody who's really an artist, because that's all it takes to start really becoming an artist, okay? So the only thing I'm teaching you in this exercise is really about how to set up your piece of paper. In exercise 2, you're learning that your page setup is really important in presenting yourself like an artist. So in this exercise, what you're going to show me on each of these 4 pre-drawings is that you know how to set up your page properly. And the way that you're doing that is you're adding a drawing frame onto your piece of paper. Your art is going to live inside that drawing frame and not outside of that drawing frame. And then below your drawing frame on the left-hand side, you're going to have a title. Below your drawing frame on the right-hand side, you're always going to have your first and last name and the date that you finished that artwork. All right? Now, I'm not done with this artwork yet, so I'm just putting these things in here right now as a placeholder, and I recommend that you do that on exercise 2 so that you don't get confused. All right? There's 4 pre-drawings that you have to make in exercise 2. All right. One of them is a drawing of your hand. Right? To the best of your ability, you're going to draw a picture of your hand. Another one that you're going to make is a drawing of a corner of the room. Be careful with exercise number 2 on this drawing of a corner of the room, because I need to see that you can draw for me, to the best of your ability, literally the corner of a room. Right? Either where the ceiling meets the walls, or where the ceiling meets, or where the walls meet the floor. That's what we're looking for in this exercise, a corner of the room. We live inside these 3-dimensional boxes all the time. How well can you draw that 3-dimensional box that we're inside of? Another one of your pre-drawings that you have to make is a drawing of an interesting organic object. The difference between an organic object and a geometric object is that a geometric object is a simple object that's easily defined by math. You've been studying geometric objects your whole life, right? Rectangles, squares, triangles, cylinders, right? A cylinder, a cone, right? All of these things are geometric. They're more simple, right? Instead of drawing geometric things, I want to know in exercise number 2, how well can you draw something that's organic, all right? So don't draw this piece of paper because it's not organic. It's a rectangle, it's geometric. But if I take this piece of paper and I crumple it up into some kind of crazy shape, I have changed it into an object that's no longer geometric, it's now organic, all right? In art, artists have 2 main types of shapes and forms that they can use to make their art, all right? One main type that they have is geometric stuff to make your art with. And another category is organic stuff to make your art with, all right? You're going to show me how well you can draw something that's organic, that's not geometric. And then lastly, and the one that I'm going to show you about today in this demonstration, is you're going to make a pre-drawing about a still life. All right? A still life is a theme in art. People do still life all the time. It's a classic theme. In a still life, ladies and gentlemen, an artist is drawing a picture of just stuff. It's literally all it is. But that stuff has a meaning to the artist. That's the difference between just a still life or just stuff and a still life. A still life has some kind of meaning to you as an artist. So I'll give you an example. If I'm going to draw a picture of a carton of milk, what does a carton of milk mean to me? And I mean one of those little ones, like a self-serve carton of milk, right? Like, all right? A carton of milk, to me, is really about school lunch, right? When I look at a carton of milk, the thing I'm really thinking about is a school lunch, right? That's the last time I drank out of a carton of milk, was when I was drinking a school lunch. So because of that, the carton of milk means something to me. It doesn't necessarily mean the same thing to somebody else. Somebody else might look at a carton of milk and it might mean something totally different to them than it does to me. But to me, carton of milk is about a school lunch. So I'm going to add some other stuff to this drawing that means something about a school lunch to me as well. Like I used to love the cutie in my school lunch, like that little tangerine orange kind of guy. So I'll add that into my school lunch too, because it was a highlight when we got cuties for our school lunch because they're so sweet and I like them. Right? Something else I can add to my still life about a school lunch that I'm trying to think of. How about, oh no, oh, I like it. How about a piece of candy? Because I used to like to bring candy with me to school and eat candy at lunch or in the middle of my 4th period class, unfortunately. So there we go. I've got these different things, and these different things mean something to me as the artist. So this is an example of a still life. All right. For my title to this artwork, I'm going to call it Middle School Lunch. And this brings up a good point, ladies and gentlemen, about the importance of a title. Like, why do I need a title on all of these pre-drawings? And the reason that I need a title on all of these pre-drawings is because I'm really paying attention to what this artwork is about. You can have a big effect on the artwork that you make by the kind of title that you give it. All right? When I call this artwork that shows a milk carton, a piece of candy, and a piece of fruit, when I call it middle school lunch, it's telling my audience what the subject really is. All right? Because it's not necessarily so easy to know what the subject of a still life is because you're not the artist. Okay? In this situation, you are. All right, so we've got 4 pre-drawings. Each of them needs a page set up like this. My last thing in this situation is that I'm not done, because the most important thing about these pre-drawings is that I'm drawing these artworks to the best of my ability. I'm going to put all of the skills that I have into making this drawing look as good as I can make it, so that Mr. Powell knows how well I can do a drawing. All right? No matter whether you think you're a good artist or you don't think you're a good artist, as you come into this class, I want you to know that I am here to help everybody to get better at making art, and I am very good at doing that. But I need to know how good you can make art currently before I start helping you to get better at making art. So in this exercise, you really just need to show it off. How good are you at making art? That's what I want to know.